So that is that. That was the entire kind of 10 pillar platform of the CHP that I basically read through. You can see all the links down below. Check on any of the videos on the sides and stuff like that. That was a mouthful. So that was lots. So that was pretty amazing. Congratulations on making it through. If you did make it through this video series. That being said, one other thing that I'll probably end up doing is we'll show you what the policies are. Hang on, let me. So the election policies, haven't gone through that. So let me just record that momentarily here. So congratulations. So basically what we're doing now is going through the federal election 2015 policy comparison sheet on a few different topics. Some of the main ones of this last election were same-sex marriage, where everybody stands, age of consent for intercourse, child pornography issues, life issues, Roxanne's law issues, motion 312, private members, selective abortion issues, family taxation issues, daycare issues, healthcare issues, accountable government, guns, environment, taxation, defense of the Constitution, and public funding. So let's go through some of those things. And you can read the other parts, but I'll just go through the CHP for now and comment as I need to. So marriage is a voluntary union of one man and one woman to exclusion of all others. Would call a parliamentary inquiry into the social consequences, particularly to children. Would appeal Bill C-38, and I believe that's the homosexual same-sex marriage bill done in 2008 or something like that, or 5 of July, I believe, something like that. So I'll have to look into that. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, age of consent for sexual intercourse. Raise age of consent to 18. I am not sure where I stand on that. It's currently at 16, and I'm not sure if I have an opinion. 16 was a lot better than the age before, so it did need to be raised. It doesn't need to be raised to 18. I'm not sure. Is it healthier? I would think so, but at the same time, there's other cultures, other ages. Yeah, this is not a big point for me. Child pornography, eliminate artistic merit defense for child pornography. Yeah, there's no reason for having possession of that. Life issues, amend the Criminal Code of Canada to protect all innocent life from conception to natural death. I would agree with that. We are 100% pro-choice. Anybody that is actually pro-death and pro-abortion, you are actually limiting the choice of the man or woman that's inside your womb, the baby boy or the baby girl that's inside your womb. So you are actually anti-choice. So those that do abortions are actually anti-choice. Just remember that. So we are actually protecting choice. You are allowed to, people say that go with abortion saying, hey, I want to protect the rights of the woman to make her own choice. You have complete choice of what you do with your body. You have complete choice. My suggestion is you have complete choice over if you own a gun or not. If you decide to go and use that gun to kill somebody else, you had that choice and you had that freedom to do that, but you also suffer the consequences if you take away somebody else's choice. We are 100% choice. Those that take life are not 100% choice. You're being biased in whom you're allowing choice for. You're being selfish. So think about that. You're taking away rights of others so that you can have a selfish choice. So CHP is the only party that is 100% pro-choice. Remember that. It's just whose choice are you protecting? Are you protecting your selfish choice to be selfish, or are you protecting everybody's choice? And we are 100% pro-choice for 100% of all life. Okay, Roxanne's Law. We support preborn victims of the crime legislation. So I'd have to look up Roxanne's Law. I'm guessing that's something about if you hurt preborn people, you can potentially, I'm guessing you can be charged with that, is what my guess is. I have to look up Roxanne's Law. Okay, motion 312, calling for re-examination of when a preborn baby becomes a person. Okay, well, our position is life begins at conception, and I'll have to agree. If you want to do anything other than that, then you are now messing around with somebody else's choice. So be careful. So you do have choice to be careful. Just remember that. But as soon as you're not careful, you are now messing with somebody else's choice. So you lose your choice. Because now your choice has to be whether or not you're going to go to jail for violating somebody else's choice. Sex-selective abortions was deemed non-votable, but that's, yeah, selecting whether it's a boy or girl, that's and aborting, that's interesting. Family taxation, eliminate all tax disadvantages to single income families, allow income splitting, eliminate income tax and replace with fair tax, national sales tax. Let me get into that and the daycare. A family care allowance of $12,000 for $1,000 a month for any family with children under 18 living at home if one parent stays at home to raise the children. This plan would also apply to elder care and family care to a disabled family member. This one is debatable. This is a big topic, but on the forefront, if you can't stay at home and raise a family, you should not be paid for having kids. That's my whether or not I have kids or not, that doesn't matter. Singles should not pay for other people to have kids. That is being disproportionate and disingenuous with our fair taxation clause. So even this, talking about a family care allowance, is actually messing around with taxes and where money gets used. And see, this is the thing, is just because it sounds good with being a family care allowance, it's outright being unfair. So if you have kids versus if you don't have kids, why should one group get paid money and the other group not? So just be careful with that one. So applying for elder care and for disabled family member. Now that's interesting because you theoretically could classify that as now you're alleviating costs from a public service to take care of your own family members or whatever like that. That's a possibility, but at the same time, it's also built upon, the Bible actually says that we need to save up as income earning people need to pay for the generation before and after us and take care of them. We are charged with that. So for the government to step in and give discounts and pay us to pay for our old people, I'm not sure if that's actually biblically minded either. So I'd be questionable on that one with the CHP. Even though it's in their policy, I might disagree with that. I'd have to look into that, see the wording of that more. This is pretty short wording. Healthcare, stronger focus on preventative healthcare. I agree. Retain single government payer plan, but open competition. Yep, that's better. Eliminate funding for abortion and destructive lifestyles. I agree. That's all destructive lifestyles. Fund redesign of hospitals to current state-of-the-art single-room facilities to reduce hospital-induced infections and death. That's a possibility, yep. Accountable government, strengthen the powers and independence of the Auditor General and other government watchdogs. Okay. Oppose the long gun registry, calls for increased mandatory penalties for criminal use of firearms. Okay. Supports the right of citizens to protect themselves and their families. I am pro-gun and stuff like that. Get all registered up and get trained up, and you should be allowed to have guns. Support restitution for crimes. Yes, I'm huge on restitution as opposed to incarceration, and that looks radically different than what we're doing now, because what we're doing now is not working, and that's proven. Focus on real pollution, air and water and soil issues. Considers water vapor and CO2 beneficial to life and agricultural. I'd have to look into that, but yeah, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and carbon dioxide and stuff. Typically, the more there is, the plants use it all up, and they actually grow more and faster. That's my initial thinking, but I'd have to get clarification on that, so I don't really have an opinion on that. Environmental opposes climate geoengineering, radical green agendas, which would lead to global dimming. Also concerned about the moral environment. Okay, so there's a lot of things that the green movement takes to the extreme, and we'd be against a lot of that. It sounds good, protect Mother Earth and love and hug all the trees and stuff, but we are 100% for sustainability and good use of moral obligation to be fruitful and to use our environment protectively for future generations as well. Taxation. Eliminate income tax and replace with a fair tax on consumer items. I think I would agree with this. I'm guessing this is a huge point that would have to be expanded on, but I'm not so sure on that. But eliminating income tax, because that alone, income tax is funny in the fact that it's not as fair as they say it is. It's very unfair. Defense of the Constitution, restrain judicial activism, affirm preamble of the Constitution, making sure that we acknowledge that we are under God and whatnot. Public funding of political parties. Opposes the concept. If public funding continues, it should not unfairly benefit the largest parties. So eliminate the public funding. So anyways, that is that. Okay, so that is a few points of comparison